Hello everybody and welcome to the Whiskey Dictionary. Today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit more about Ardbeg, specifically their An Oa expression. Something very important to know about this whiskey is that it's pronounced An Oa.
An Oa!
Not An Oa. And let's just say hypothetically speaking, that you happen to run a whiskey review channel, maybe, based out of Massachusetts, and you find yourself in a position where you're at a whiskey tasting talking to the head of marketing of Ardbeg and repeatedly call it the wrong thing to his face to the point where he feels he needs to correct you. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that you found yourself in that situation. Now you won't, because I've told you how to pronounce it. Because believe me, that sounds like it would be really embarrassing. So, anyway, Ardbeg decided to call this An Oa.
An Oa!
After the Mull of Oa, which is kind of funny that it's Oa, but whatever. Doesn't matter. So the Mull of Oa is a peninsula that's kind of like this rounded peninsula, and it helps to break a lot of the wind and speed of the wind and the weather itself as it reaches Islay. And because of this, they kind of wanted to give it a little bit of praise. So they also, went with that whole literal sense of the peninsula being kind of rounded and saying that this is a well-rounded whiskey. It is comprised of whiskey aged in different kind of barrels, including virgin oak, PX sherry, and ex-bourbon barrels. So, it's kind of got a lot of things kind of marrying together in this big marrying vat, and ultimately comes out as a well-rounded whiskey. So let's go into the nosing and the tasting and find out how it does. So this is a 92.2 proof non-chill filtered whiskey, and costs about $60. Let's go ahead and give this a nose. So actually, as you can tell, the color is a little thinner than what you typically see in an Ardbeg, but that's fine. All right, let's go ahead and give it a nose. So the first thing that I'm getting is not smoke, which is strange. So it's citrus, actually, like a lemon. There's definitely some honey in there as well. Those are, in my opinion, the two forefront noses in here. So there's really no influence from the PX sherry cask, although I am getting a little bit of peanut butter, which is interesting. I don't recall the last time, if ever, that I've smelled peanut butter in a whiskey. So cool. There's a little bit of smoke towards the back as well, like just right on the end. There's a little bit of smoke, but it's mostly the citrus. All right, let's go ahead and give this a taste. Cheers. All right, so not as much oil or body as most Ardbegs. That being said, it is a lower proof, and that could absolutely explain it. So let's kind of push that one aside for the moment. What I'm getting out of here as well is chocolate, and I've noticed that that's a trend out of Ardbeg, almost as reliable as it's tasting like smoke. It's that peat and that chocolate for Ardbeg seem to go hand in hand. There's also a little bit of black pepper, so the taste itself is not extremely complicated, which makes sense because they're touting it around as a well-rounded, so nothing should stand out more than others. The taste is pretty good though. So overall, what do I think? Well, at $60, you're talking like $10 or $15 more than the Ardbeg 10. So for me, it kind of falls flat a little bit. Thinking that for $15 less, I could be getting an Ardbeg 10 instead of this. I don't buy Ardbeg for this flavor. I buy Ardbeg for peat. Now, maybe that's the wrong line of thinking. Maybe I should take it just at face value, but I feel like that's kind of what Ardbeg is smoky, smoky whiskeys. So for me personally, this one falls short. I'm going to put it at a very solid try it before you buy it, and I think that you'll probably stop at the try it. I'm sad to say that, actually, because this one I was pretty hopeful for. So anyway, that does it for this review of the Whiskey Dictionary, and thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Cheers. Ardbeg named it An Oa. Did I really just do that? Crap. Phenol count. Phenolic.